Las Vegas is a spectacular city and entertainment capital of the world with world-famous hotels and attractions. But deep underground is a less-known attraction, the amazing Underground House.
Hi, I'm Maya Brandt, and right now we are in the amazing Underground House in Las Vegas. With me is Mark Volker. Mark, thank you for having us. Where exactly are we right now in the house?
We're in the front yard of the Underground House, in front of the front door.
Before we take a tour of the house, can you give me a little bit of a history about this place?
Sure. It was built in 1978. That was during the Cold War era. And it was built as the primary residence of a wealthy couple, the Hendersons, Jerry and Mary Henderson. And he had two passions in addition to what earned him all his fortune. That were underground homes and aviation. And so this house was the third underground home that he built. And he and his wife Mary lived here for 5 years until he passed away in 1983.
Okay, Mark, so I'm ready to take a look at this fabulous place.
Well, let's go into the front door.
So we are entering through the front door, and
We're in the living room.
is all of this stuff the original furniture? Or
So none of the furniture is original. When we acquired the house, it was empty of all furniture. But everything else, the ceiling decorations, if there are any, the curtains, the floor coverings, those are all original.
Wow.
This is the great room of the house, the living room. And this is where they had most of their social functions. So in addition to the spacious living room and the view outside, you have a working fireplace, and you have a wet bar there, and there's the kitchen over there, and then there's another room over there that's a billiards room.
Wow.
So, and then the dining room behind this column over there. Let's go into the dining room. Check that out.
So tell me a little bit about this room.
Well, this was the formal dining room that the Hendersons had their dinners in, and originally they had one table in here. We've installed two, and sort of the interesting aspect of it is the walls. The walls look like at first glance they're covered in wallpaper, but it's not really paper. It's padded fabric, which apparently was the style in high-end homes back in the 1970s, and it's still here. It's the original wall covering. So let's check out the kitchen here. This is a 1970s era kitchen for a high-end home. And just look at the decor. Obviously, the lady of the house, Mary, was really into pink. So, have all the pink accents here. But there's some interesting 1970s technology that you won't see in today's homes. For instance, over here is a toaster. You can't see it, but there's a toaster built-in, a built-in toaster. Okay, and then you have over there's another one right over there. They had two built-in toasters. They have a built-in food processor. And there's also, in one of the cabinets here, a trash compactor. That was the big environmental thing in the 1970s, was taking your trash and making it smaller by putting it in a machine that would crush it into a small bag. So this is the kitchen, and there's a pantry there, and we've kept it very original. Haven't really changed anything. It has the drop ceiling and characteristic 1970s decor.
So what other parts of this house do you find to be really interesting?
Well, in the house, we've got a nice wet bar over in the corner of the living room and a billiards room.
Oh, let's go
It's
check it
one of
out.
my favorite rooms.
Wow. Mark, tell me about where we are right now.
So you're at the wet bar at one corner of the big living room, right outside the billiards room.
And did you guys create this billiard room, or was it already there that you added stuff?
So the room was already there, but when we got the house, believe it or not, it was a laundry room. And we thought that a better use for a big room in the center of the house wouldn't be for laundry, but would be for entertainment. So we changed it into the billiards room and put the laundry room in a separate room that's more suited to that kind of thing.
So now that I've seen this part of the house, where are the bedrooms?
they're down the hall in the other end of the house, and there are two of them. The Hendersons had separate bedrooms, each with their own separate bathrooms and dressing rooms. So we can go down the hall and I'll show you all that.
Perfect. This is Miss Henderson's bedroom.
That's right. And one of the things I really like about it is the wallpaper, which isn't actually paper. It's actually silk jacquard fabric on the walls. And then the custom cut carpets are also really beautiful, and the carpeting. And then down here is the dressing room and the bathroom.
That's what was my next question. I'm really interested in the closet.
Okay.
Wow, this room is incredible. What is it?
This is Miss Henderson's dressing room.
Lucky lady.
And this is the guest bathroom with a shower. Very nice, marble floor. Here we are in Mr. Henderson's bedroom. He had a nice view of the backyard with the fountain, and he had his own dressing room over there. And then he had also his own bathroom, which has a particular piece of art which I think is pretty fascinating.
Can we
on
go
the
see
wall.
it?
Sure. This is Mr. Henderson's bathroom, and it has the only piece of original art in the house. Above the bathtub is a tile painting of Dorothy Stratton, the late actress and Playboy Playmate of the Year, which was done by Leo Jansen, Playboy's artist in residence. This is the media room, which the Hendersons originally built as their private movie theater. They had a whole closet full of VHS videotapes and a big projection TV there where we now have our big flat screen TV. Now we use it as a multimedia room, and we're turning it into a museum of life extension and cryonics.
It's that exciting for us to put out this kind of an effort to invite you to attend and meet the life extension staff and meet scientists from around the world who are going to conquer aging in our lifetime.
Now that you've seen the inside of the house, let's go see the outside.
Wow, this is incredible.
It's outside, but it's also totally underground. It's actually a side yard or part of the front yard of the house. It's like you took an entire property with its house, guest house, swimming pool, barbecue, everything, and sunk it into a pit and put a ceiling on top of it.
And is this dance floor original, or
Yep.
was this place?
Yep,
Oh,
it's original.
nice.
Before they built this house, the Hendersons had a home in the Hollywood Hills. And what you're seeing here is Los Angeles from the Hollywood Hills. Mary and Jerry owned a large sheep ranch in New Zealand, and this mural depicts the South Island of New Zealand. They would fly there with their guests in their own 707 jetliner, which Jerry flew. He had a pilot's license. This part of the backyard, all underground, shows Jerry Henderson's childhood home in upstate New York.
We are now sitting in the outside portion of the underground house. Mark, can you tell me a little bit about this area?
Well, this is the backyard, and it has a swimming pool, and then behind me is the grotto with a hot tub. And this is supposed to simulate being outdoors, and it does that quite well, because all around us are full-size murals showing scenes of forests and lakes and mountains. So you can sit here in this underground space and really feel like you're in a beautiful Sylvan paradise of your own private yard.
So this amazing underground house was built during the Cold War.
Right.
How much did that cost?
Back then, the cost was about $10,1978, which in today's money is about $40 million. Wow. So this is a $40 million home.
A lot of money.
Yeah.
And tell me about the lighting here.
We're in daylight mode right now with the lighting, and there are 4 modes. The other 3 are dusk, which is sort of a bluish light, simulating late in the evening or early in the morning. Then there's sunset, which is sort of an orange-reddish glow. And then my favorite is nighttime mode, where we have black lights that come on, and all the murals, including the sky, have fluorescent accents. So the sky has stars that glow during nighttime mode. It's really quite beautiful.
I would love to see that.
Well, we'll have to show you that.
Mark, this has been a spectacular experience. I have never seen anything like this, and thank you so much for having us down here and sharing your underground house with us.
You're welcome. It's been my pleasure.